The topic that we are going to discuss is perspective projection. Perspective projection is also called scenographic projection or convergent projection. Perspective projection and perspective view both are same. There is no difference as in the case of isometric projection and isometric views. It's actually a realistic projection. It is actually used by architects. A real photograph is just an example of real perspective. If you analyze the different components of a photography and perspective projection, the four parameters are just similar. The object in photography is also same in perspective projection. In the case of light rays in photography, we have visual rays in perspective projection. In photography we have film, and in perspective projection we have picture plane where the projection is obtained or image is obtained. We have camera lens in photography, and here we have in perspective projection station point. Station point is nothing but the observer's eye. So here we see a railway line. See, here these rails are appears to be converging to certain points here. Now see the next picture. So here we have seen these lines. It appears to be vanishing at a point, and that point is called vanishing point. Now listen to this picture. This is a famous picture. Everybody knows that it's the Last Supper drawn by Leonardo da Vinci. And here it's a beautiful picture because now all the rays from the walls, top of the door, and from roof, etc., converge to a certain point. In the next picture we will see it. So Da Vinci has used this technique. Whether he has known the technique or not, known the principles of perspective or not, we don't know, but all the lines are converging to the forehead of Jesus Christ. So that's the beauty of the picture. So it's an example for perspective projection. Now see this corridor. So all these lines from the roof, side, rails, and the tiles converging to a common point. And now another hall or a pathway in a railway station or airport. So here also everything converges to a single point called a vanishing point. And now this is another picture. Here also all these lines converge to a single point, and the picture courtesy is to the presentation by Manas Patnaik in his presentation on perspective projection. So coming to the nomenclature of the system, we have one important plane, that is ground plane. Ground plane is the plane where the object is placed. So here the object is the candle. This is the candle that is placed on a horizontal plane. So that plane is called ground plane. So here it is mentioned ground plane. Now next important plane is picture plane. Picture plane is this one, a vertical plane over which we are getting the image of the object. So actually we have another important point is called station point. This point is station point. Station point is nothing but observer's eye. A person if he is standing there, his eye level is this much at this much height, and now visual rays will be piercing through the picture plane. This is the picture plane, and visual rays. This is one visual ray. This is another visual ray. Both will be piercing the picture plane and converging to the observer's eye. That is why it is also called perspective projection. Is also called convergent projection. So these visual rays will be piercing the picture plane at this point and at this point. So this will be the height of the object. Since the object is placed beyond the picture plane, object is placed with respect to the picture plane, it is behind. So in that case, the image obtained on the picture plane will be less, having less size. Now another important plane is horizon plane. Horizon plane is a plane parallel to the observer's eye. Horizon plane is a plane parallel to the ground plane and it is passing through the observer's eye. So this is the horizon plane. This is the horizon plane. It is passes through the observer's eye and it is parallel to the ground plane. Now next is center plane. Center plane is a plane passing through the observer's eye and it is perpendicular to both picture plane and ground plane. So this is the one. This is the one. It's a vertical plane passing through the observer's eye, and it is perpendicular to this ground plane and this picture plane. So this is the plane. Now another important term is axis of vision. Axis of vision is nothing but this is the axis of vision. It's a line passing from the observer's eye and it is perpendicular to picture plane and ends at the object. So this is called the axis of vision. Now ground line. Ground line is nothing but where picture plane and ground plane intersect. This is called ground plane or ground line. Now another line is called horizon line. Horizon line is the intersection of horizon plane and the picture plane. So this is the horizon line, which is the intersection of picture plane and the horizontal plane. Now another point is center of vision. Another point is center of vision. Center of vision, where the axis of vision intersects the picture plane, is called center of vision. So these are the general terminologies we have discussed: visual rays, object, ground plane, horizon plane, center plane, axis of vision, center of vision, picture plane, etc. etc. So we have to be familiar with all these terminologies. Picture shows the effect of location of the object in and the size of the projection in perspective projection. This is the object 1. If the object is situated behind the picture plane, so this is the picture plane. So this is the picture plane. Object is for the observer. This is the observer. For the observer, this object is behind the picture plane. So in that case, visual rays will be coming from the ends and converging, piercing the picture plane and converging to the observer's eye. So this is, so size of the object will be this much only. Now in the second case, the object is touching the picture plane or object is at picture plane. So this is the object 2. Now here it will be having same size. So from here it is coming, from here it is coming, so object will be having same size. And now in the case of third object 3 or 3, it is situated in front of the picture plane, so it is nearer to the observer, and in that case visual rays will be falling on the picture plane in this fashion. So the size of the object will be, image will be, size of the object in the perspective projection will be larger. So the size of the object in the perspective projection depends upon the location of the object. If it is behind picture plane, it will be having less size. If it is on the picture plane, it is having same size. If it is in front of the picture plane, it will be having larger size. And any face touching the picture plane, if an object, for an object, if any face touching the picture plane, it will have its true dimension.